All this Hamas network has to do is flip the switch. Students for Justice in Palestine and other terrorist-associated student groups, the Marxist-associated student groups, like Democratic Socialists, Bernie Sanders' group, and so forth, AOC's group, they all hate America. I believe they were all involved in the 2020 riots, but some people just couldn't figure that out, and they're all involved now. And I want you to see this. You're going to see somebody violently attacked who's not Jewish. But he was helping an elderly Jewish person. And you're going to see a Turning Point USA staffer violently attacked for helping a Jewish person trying to get them to their car. Right here in the United States of America. Go. Look at this. That's his cell phone. Let's play that again. They just attack him. He's not even Jewish. Look at this. This punk. It's going to get worse before it gets better with our media, with the Democrat Party, with our colleges and universities, with the Students for Justice in Palestine, a Hamas front group, the Confucius Institutes, tenured Marxist professors. We let these colleges and universities get away from us, which is why I'm so proud of and grateful for a governor like Ron DeSantis, who says any group on any college campus in Florida that has ties to or supports terrorism, we're shutting down. Any administrator, any educator refuses to do so will be suspended and fired. That's how you fix it. We have 26 Republican governors in this country, and only one has done that. One. So let's see. Heated Israel-Hamas war leads to debate and protests on college campuses. Protests and debate about what? Cut 17, go.
Around the country, college campuses far and wide, already mired in debates over free speech, curricula, and much more, have become a flashpoint for anger and tensions. The day after the Hamas attack, more than 30 student groups at Harvard signed on to a public letter holding the Israeli regime entirely responsible for all unfolding violence. The backlash was immediate, including former Treasury Secretary and Harvard President Lawrence Summers declaring that in nearly 50 years of Harvard affiliation, I have never been as disillusioned and alienated as I am today, and criticizing university leadership for not immediately denouncing terrorism. The next day, Harvard's current president, Claudine Gay, did condemn terrorist atrocities. And days later, she released a video saying, in part,
"Our university rejects hate. Hate of Jews, hate of Muslims, hate of any group of people based on their faith, their national origin, or any aspect of their identity."
Why do you have to say all that? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about slaughtering Jews in Israel, and her students on her college campus apparently supporting it. Why do we have to talk about every ethnic group and the Muslims and everybody needs to be treated with respect? Is that what happened during the World War II and the Nazis? You know, every ethnic group needs to be treated with respect. Wait a minute. That's just preposterous. Go ahead.
Our university rejects the harassment or intimidation of individuals based on their beliefs.
So who's being harassed based on their beliefs at Harvard? It's the Muslims? No. Well, who is it? It's the Buddhists? No. Hindus? No. Go ahead.
But those commitments continue to be challenged at Harvard and elsewhere. At Columbia University in New York, demonstrators at dueling rallies were kept separate. Those took place a day after an Israeli student was allegedly assaulted while hanging posters of people kidnapped by Hamas.
Well, was he assaulted or not? What do you mean allegedly assaulted? Or she? Were they assaulted or not? Go ahead.
The rise in anti-Semitism on our campus has been abhorrent. There are people over there who are cheering with Palestinian flags after women were raped and stripped.
Now here's the other lie. I just started off the Hamas and the Palestinians are separate. Some are, but these protesters aren't. Why weren't they protesting 10 months ago, or 5 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago? Why are they protesting now? Because they are giving support, aid and comfort to Hamas. Hamas sees this. Terrorists around the world see this. What do they see? They don't see peace in our time. They see people supporting terrorism. All this Hamas network has to do is flip the switch. Students for Justice in Palestine and other terrorist-associated student groups, the Marxist-associated student groups, like Democratic Socialists, Bernie Sanders' group, and so forth, AOC's group, they all hate America. I believe they were all involved in the 2020 riots, but some people just couldn't figure that out, and they're all involved now. Go.
Pro-Palestinian protesters claimed a lack of equal support from the university administration.
The clear bias in the communication that we received from the president of the university without a single mention of the lives lost of Palestinians. Clearly, we're all against violence.
Well, by the way, some of the lives lost by the Palestinians, that was good, right? Because every single one of those terrorists was a Palestinian. Every single one of them. But look at her, cold-blooded, doesn't give a damn, doesn't matter who started the war, moral equivalency. This is what we do. Go ahead.
But we're just asking for the lives of Palestinian civilians to be acknowledged as well.
A different kind of pressure has come from donors, trustees, and outside groups.
This has tapped into a nerve. Whatever people's dissatisfaction.
All right, that's enough. I don't need to hear from the CEO of the Apollo Global Management. I don't know who he is, and I don't know why I care, but I don't.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.